We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah. Wake up, the cake up, raise up, or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you right now. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the rain for the stars in it. Parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the white flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it all. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option instead of all. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me impossibly. Red zone, this my house like my property. Do a quarterback sneakers on 4th and 3. Get the ends on the offensive block for me. I step on him down, get off of me. I'm trucking them over, he under me. Back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm tryna get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you tryna get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on 1st and 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta give all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And Josh Hill has it. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Kill. 11.
On second down, here's Breeze. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Detroit!
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Watch it now, Barney! Back to Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. Got it in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Collins. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Go, run. All right, now, Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, easy.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Ginn has it complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. This is caught by Ginn. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it. You do go through it. And in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Throwing now is Breeze. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
That's caught by Meredith, right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Now Breeze. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Ready? Good. Left.
Breeze to throw again. Now he's flushed out right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Barney!
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Gone!
Here's Jackson looking to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
The defense is going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready, got it. Waiting.
On first down, Breeze. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Breeze to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Kill!
To throw is Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Breeze now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
21.
Breeze now. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Flusher. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Jackson to throw on second down. Man open left side is Brown. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
We got three. Leopard!
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Terrell Suggs in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, it's Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go. Ready. You ready? 11.
On second down, here's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Easy. 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Stay easy. 13. Under.
Now Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Kill. 11. Ready. You ready? 36.
Breeze to throw on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
21. Ready. 11.
Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here we go.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
12. Ready. Ready. Kill. Under.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Escaping the... Now Breeze lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
Yeah, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Jackson. And the throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one caught by Davis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Breeze hands to Ingram. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Breeze going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Saints on third down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7.
You ready?
From midfield, here's Breeze. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now Breeze, gotta have this one. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
You got it. You got it. Sammy. 21.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being checked, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he's brought down after a good game. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Bridgewater. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Ravens, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, gang? Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited, that's white. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Sweater is drip. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't come. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with a get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my
now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Find a cable 2 wheels and they one wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pole.